Ellen, Jocelyn.
Hey, you ready for a good ride today?
Oh yeah. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
This is gotta be a new record.
You think it's going to be a record then?
Yeah.
You going to be at the park later?
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna be at the park.
Excellent.
Gotta go to the park. That's gonna show there's so many riders here. It's amazing. We gotta get these guys. Here we go. A lot of people having fun. There you go.
Movie star, he's just like me.
Yeah.
Are you playing up for the
That's
camera?
it. That's awesome. All these people helping the Shriners out. We're leaving in 15 minutes, so I'm gonna pack up here. Here's a little footage from the road crew. Show you the bikes going by. Should be very impressive. Well, here we are at the beginning of Park Street. You can see the police. The police always escort the parade all the way through. Of course, you see the Shriners. You know, you see a lot of bikes coming through. This is more or less our camera crew picked this scene because of the flag, and you know, a lot of the bikers are patriotic, of course. And they have a whole crew here doing commentary. We're sitting in the. We're actually sitting in the NBCTC studio watching it and adding this in later.
You'll see many different types of bikes. Some of them you'll see your regular bike. Sometimes you'll see bikes with sidecars, the trikes. For example, there's a trike right there.
Yeah. You also have the opposite of a trike, the spiders with the two wheels on the front.
And sometimes you'll even see a dirt bike thrown in there.
Oh yeah, gotta have the dirt bike.
Doug.
Do it for it, yeah. So this whole thing, like we said earlier in the show, is for the Shriners Children's Hospital. And every year, I believe this was the 28th year in a row they've done this run.
That's what one of the Shriners had said that.
Yeah, 28th run, I believe it was.
That one's well known in the state or the town of Adams in North Adams.
Yeah, a lot of bikers here.
There are quite a few that came in.
Yeah. I didn't even know what the total was for the day, but I know they had over 1,200 motorcycles.
I know a lot of them came in. A lot of people come in from even other states to ride in this.
Yeah, somebody came from Canada. I forgot where the farthest one. That's further on in the show. They tell you the farthest.
Yeah.
I think somebody come from Georgia. Usually they even get one of the bike clubs from Hoboken, New Jersey. Comes up, I believe. So that's cool.
Awesome.
Spread it around.
This actually not only benefits the Shriners, but the whole town of Adams. Brings a lot of revenue in. They have the bike night before, as you seen in the previous part of the show. And that helps the merchants and just gives a good attitude to the whole town of Adams.
Right.
Not that you see any of the stuff in North Adams.
Yeah, a lot of communities are afraid to do something like that. Not Adams, because, you know, with Mike Robert, Mike Robert's a Custom City cycle, you know, he's so well known and respected, and he wants to put on a bike run. Plus, doing it 28 years, he's a seasoned professional at it.
And you see, as you can see, everybody comes out for it. Everybody enjoys to watch it. They put in a lot of donations to the Shriners Hospital. Shriners is for the children.
Yeah, the Shriners actually treat kids from birth up to at least 18.
18.
There's Doug right there driving his bike.
Well, you didn't have to point that part over. But yeah, I'm proud to ride in that. I've been doing it ever since I started, which was only 5 years ago. But we also do the production, of course, special forces to make sure people who couldn't attend get to see it. And we also put this whole lineup in, so if anybody gets a copy of it, they can see themselves. You know? So we're going to try to get everybody. A little later, it's going to switch up to Mohawk Park coming in.
Right.
Near the end.
That's where they have the bike games. And,
yeah, and all these people that do this are really special. They not only do it for the ride, they really do it for the Shriners Children's Hospital.
That's right.
And like last year when it poured and they only got 300 to 800 bikes,
It was
the hardcore people and they were going to go over.
That's right.
This day was beautiful for us.
oh, it's a gorgeous thing.
You see later on in the show, I've got Mohawk Park and you see the contest.
Yeah.
The hot dog
That was fun.
Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff going on.
There's another
dual sport there. You see every kind of bike here. They did have good food.
Good food at the park.
Yeah, and that part's coming up shortly in a different part of the show.
Some people will put things on their bikes, such as you just saw a big flag on their bikes. Some people will put trailers on them. It varies. You'll see chopper style bikes. From from your average Harley to a Suzuki, you'll see it.
Yeah. Even has some really old bikes in there. Some nice old Indians.
Yeah, I saw those, the Indians.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that there's some people that other people know down there that they actually like to watch to ride motorcycles.
Yeah,
They have fun.
You see a lot of
and help
people you know riding.
It's like what, cancer? Is that what you're doing?
They go from, Shriners will go from missing limbs to just about anything, as long as it's got to do with the children. There's the spider.
Yeah.
Doug was talking about the spiders earlier. You just saw one pass by.
Yeah, the interesting thing with the Shriners is they actually developed a way to make a 1-inch piece of skin into a piece of square foot overlay. So people actually grow a piece of skin somehow. And then they put it back on the person.
Yeah.
Not for burn.
And also, also this year was one of the first years that they had the traffic flowing down the other side of the street during the fall run. Usually they close down the street completely, and they had half and half this year.
Well, they have to let traffic down half of the street because it's 55 miles long, so they can't block traffic.
Well, no, usually they'll block off Park
Yeah.
Street till it's
Yeah.
over, and they just let traffic go through on one side this year.
Yeah. And they actually have signs up for weeks ahead of time saying expect delays.
Right.
30-minute delays. This was actually about 14, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But you can see they're really moving at a nice pace.
Nobody's trying to show off, which is good. They all just go out for the ride to have the fun and
Yeah.
help out with the kids. So.
I mean, some people even have dogs on their bikes.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people have special holders for the dogs, and the dogs love it. The dogs have goggles on.
A lot of people on the bikes had their own cameras that they were taking pictures with, and
Oh, all along the route, it was like being in a parade with so many people. Even way up in Savoy, up by the store there, on the
Yes.
highway, there was a lot of people. So it was, a lot of people like to watch it. I think it's because they know they're helping the Shriners.
yeah, I mean, I know my family usually gives out a donation every year to the Shriners.
Yeah, the Shriners, yeah. And they're all volunteers.
Yes,
But
they are.
the Shriners actually donate over $1 million a day. Every day.
Another thing.
From all over the country.
And they have at least 20 hospitals in them.
Another thing we noticed is that there's a motorcycle law down in Connecticut where you don't have to wear a helmet.
Oh, New Hampshire.
Or New Hampshire, yeah, and you see a couple of riders in here with no helmets on.
Well, it looks like that, but what they have on is what they call a skull cap.
No, seriously, there were a couple.
There was a helmet.
There were a couple.
No helmets.
So if you're home watching, look for helmetless riders.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, just let's hope they don't fall.
Oh, no, no. There's a big controversy, the helmet thing. A few states you don't need them, but most states.
Massachusetts, you definitely need
I
one.
think it's a good idea if they do make it a law over the United States, really, because it is a serious injury when it happens.
But you know what they have all over the United States is people like this that care about kids, care about people, so they actually use their little motorcycles to help raise money for
It
others.
only causes damage if you don't use brain damage or something like that.
Yeah, you can cause brain damage if you don't wear a helmet.
Yeah, it's very risky.
Doug's got to be getting quite a ways up the road from now on, don't you think?
Yeah.
Just like they,
Doug, can you still hear us way down there?
Yeah.
just like regular.
Yeah, actually, I've destroyed 2 helmets. Trail riding.
Oh, listen to Doug brag about his helmets going ba-boom.
No, I took a great big chunk out of them one day.
Yeah.
It would have crushed my skull for sure. And another time I hit a tree head on with the helmet. My ears ain't ringing for a week. It still affects my speech.
Think you need to go to the cell phone company and get new signal. What do you think?
This is so cool. I hope the people watching, they can catch themselves on here.
No, definitely. I mean,
There's so many people, you don't even know where you are in the line.
I mean, there were a lot of riders that day.
Yeah. If it's a nice day, you get a lot of riders. If it's like a thunderstorm day, you don't get as many.
But it's good to still see them come out and participate.
But you know, even if you don't get like a lot of riders or people that would have rode, they still make donations. They'll still give them the same amount of money.
That's right, they
And
do.
they'll take their cars up to Mohawk Park.
And celebrate it.
Yeah.
And And there are bikers that donate and they'll go up as far as the park and then continue on to wherever they're going, but they do donate during the ride, but they don't go into the park.
Well, there was
Which is a great thing, because I mean, money is still going to the kids.
There's one rider that we saw, me and my family, we were all down at McAndrews King when they first come up over the hill, and we saw one rider get right out the ride right there. But either way, his donation still went in. He still paid up his donation in and was considered a rider.
Yeah, and speaking of the donating, Dean, there wasn't no set price for this.
No, you donate what you...
$25 a person.
Right.
You got two people riding $50. This was whatever you wanted to give.
Yeah.
These guys really gave, I believe,
They made
they
quite
should
a
have made
bit.
like $30,000 maybe.
Right.
It was a little bit higher.
Last year was 33,000.
I'm not sure, that's sort of what they
I'm not sure what it was.
thought before the official count. And they have so much money, by the time they get the checks all cashed, they don't even know what they have until for weeks, I guess.
Right.
But that's Mike Roberts and his crew from Custom City Cycle and the staff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good staff there.
And if you notice at the very beginning of this, right behind the cop car is one of the Shriners' vehicles. They bring out one of their bikes and ride it in.
If you watch the show from earlier, if you've seen all the corrals, in front of every corral, there was two people on staff. So there was a staff person, every group of people, so many in between. So this was a real good ride. You actually had rules where you weren't supposed to pass people. Once you started in that position, you're supposed to stay in that position. That's why when we switched to Mohawk Park later, we just picked a particular bike which happened to be yellow. So you'll see it fade out, and if nobody passes, they'll still be in it. Sometimes it is hard not to pass somebody. They had certain rules. One of their rules was leave bad attitudes at home. That was a very good rule.
Yes.
And everybody seemed to do that.
Everything went very smoothly.
Yeah.
Bike night and at the bike run.
Yeah.
The fall run. Everything went very smoothly.
Yeah, and this particular location was at like the end of the fall run.
Yes.
This is where the fire truck was parked during the night.
Yeah.
At the end. And they had a lot of bikes that bike night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They were actually starting to fill up the middle of the road because they ran out of the side parking lot.
Right.
Bike night, they were also parked along the sides of side streets.
Yeah, right along the side streets, they started in the bank parking lot and over that way too.
Yeah.
They were packing them in. Yeah, they were down there packing, there was more down there? I didn't see those, huh?
You know, and I talked to a lot of people that never went to bike night with the fall run, and they were just amazed at the amount of people.
It's unbelievable how many people actually participate in things like this. The minute you mention children,
Yeah,
people
well,
jump right on board.
children is a big thing in this day and age. I mean, that's where all the money goes to. That's where it's really much so needed.
Yeah.
I mean, wish we could do more for some of the elder people, but children are right now considered most important.
That's because it's our future.
Yeah, they're gonna carry
Children
on.
of today are our future.
Yeah, they're gonna carry on.
No offense to the elderly people, but
Yeah.
But you know, when you put on a major event and
everybody benefits from it.
when you get it with the Shriners and appreciate what they do, you don't want to do it unless you really start at the beginning saying, well, we only do one organization a year.
They want the kids to grow up
In
healthy.
this case, it's always going to be for the Shriners.
That's their main worry, as she just said, is that getting the children to be healthy and keeping children healthy, because sooner or later we're all going to be gone and our children are going to be there. So
They're gonna carry, hopefully they're gonna carry on the traditions that we started.
And the Shriners kid.
hopefully they'll keep the bike night and the fall run and all that stuff going, you know.
Here we go, we had to switch. So this is only going to go on about a minute longer. We want to show you, this is going into Mohawk Park. You see the beautiful mountains in the background? Looks like our camera crew did a real good job framing the shot so you can see most of the people coming in. Once you left the park at Bowles Field, you did not touch the ground once until you got up to at least this location. It was 55 miles. All the roads where you had to turn had